Hey, what is going on? Back with the two fantastically awesome Pokemon trainers, Steelzy and FeFan.
Was
What
that?
is going on, guys? How has your week been with Pokemon?
I really haven't had much of a week with Pokemon. Like I was last week. Where was I? I can't remember where I was.
I
I
think
wasn't
third
too
gen.
far. Oh yeah. Now I've passed. I've gotten the fly. I've gotten 6 badges, and I'm going through Reversal Mountain now. I haven't had much time to play this week though. So I've been moving. Well, not move. Yeah, I've been moving some stuff, but trying to sell my house. So
Oh
pretty
snap!
busy.
So I'm gonna ask you, what has your favorite gym been so far?
So far, that depends in terms of difficulty. I'd say probably the flying gym was my favorite because it wasn't too hard, but it was hard enough to like make you like to challenge you, especially with that the Swanna. That's real annoying. But and in terms of like the layout of the gym, I liked the Driftfell gym with the like I don't even know the escalator treadmill things. What are they
Yeah,
called? The
I don't
escalators. They're like
escalators things. Yeah, I know which one you're
yeah,
talking about.
that's pretty cool.
I will state. Oh, first I want to state, FeFan's going to be dropping in and out of this because he has phone calls coming in and he uses his phone for Skype. So if he just like disappears in the middle of a sentence, forgive us. He has some RL stuff going on this week, and that's kind of why we're doing it today instead of tomorrow. But some other crap happened. Now,
That's right.
I am going to state what I've been on this week is actually some pretty fun stuff. First off, I beat the multi-train with both my DSs, and I had Black 2 as the host of the party. I finally got through it. I've been working on that for God knows how long, besides training my Arcanine now.
Sweet.
And I found out, after doing some research, if I want to do the EVs ungodly easy, I can just use money to do it in the joint avenue.
Really?
Yeah, because
How?
the trainers that you can, or the people you invite in there,
Yeah.
one of them's a trainer or a workout person. And
Oh.
certain games have certain EV increases. They train that stat. And it's enough to raise it by 1 point every time you train. But you can only do it once per day.
Oh well, that's you can. You could. I could if you gave me a Pokemon, I could like fully EV train a Pokemon in like an hour or two,
Well,
like
this
maximum.
I'm going to do that with you later after we get done because I also have been looking up, trying to find, which is where I found this thing at. Uh, how should I say it? What Pokemon I have to fight to train it? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because as you stated last week, I have not run into a Pokevirus or Pokerus Pokemon
That's cool.
at
I can
all since I
I
started
can
playing
send
any
you
of the
one.
games. So I don't want to do that myself. I want to see if you don't mind doing it for me.
That's cool.
Uh, Now I did try to beat the multi-train with only one DS this week. Failed at it. That was the Black 1 game. And then I came in and got super ticked off and I turned on Black 2 as soon as I lost to that stupid train leaders or whatever.
Mm.
And I was just like, oh my god. Derp, we're recording.
Okay.
Everybody? Oh god. No. This is Derp and Derp. He just got his computer back and is like, very excited. And I can't remove you from the group.
Good.
So I hung up on him.
uh,
And FeFan needs to be re-added to the call, which I'm trying to do that on the wrong computer. There we go. Also, I did some movies.
movies.
Yeah.
Oh, Pokemon movies.
Yeah, I've done a couple of them. I actually like those. I'm not going to lie. I actually like them.
Oh,
So, with that being said, that was pretty much my week.
yeah.
I
Man, I
tried
should
to
have
do the
gone.
Elite Four once with the Black 2 version with only 3 Pokemon and the one I was training and failed horribly.
Well,
I lost at the champion, I think it was. And I got so mad. But that's a different story. So,
fair enough.
until we get FeFan back, did you look at the picture I tagged you in on Facebook?
Yeah.
That's
pretty crazy. He never ever catches like real awesome stuff.
Do you need the link again for it?
No, I got it here.
Okay.
He called. I'm surprised he didn't do anything with his. Oh wait. So first of all, does people know what we're talking about?
Not yet. I was getting ready to explain that. Then I saw FeFan needed another call.
Okay.
Pretty much what we have in here, which I will put in the description, is all of Ash's Pokemon that he has caught through his journey. And it tells you what game these Pokemon are in, and what anime region the game is in, and who his partners are. So, yeah, with that being said... What the heck, man? He keeps failing.
Whoa. So, Brock must do it in there for Johto as well. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, because Brock came back.
All right,
hey, welcome back.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I button on the conversations, and I couldn't. It's because freaking calls happened. Anyway, what I was wanting to say is about the EV training thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're in Join Avenue. It is, you can use a lot of money to EV train your Pokemon, and you know how it says attack level 4, attack level 16?
Yeah.
That's how many points you get towards that stat.
Oh, okay.
How many effort points. And also, it's very, I want to say it's very limited. So it's only good for like weird equations. Like when you look at an EV build and you need, 32 defense on it, stuff like that, then it's good. But if you're EV training, you're better off doing it, the regular way and fighting a bunch of Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, that's like the only thing I found when looking it up this week, so
Okay.
I kind of just stopped. So do you want to explain what you did
Yes,
the week before we got on the picture?
Yes, I finally EV trained my Tangela with 252 HP and 252 defense. I have yet to actually battle test it because I actually didn't play a lot of Pokemon, but I did do that because that's something I really wanted to finish. But it's going to hold the Evioli, and I think it's going to have over 500 defense. And as I stated before, enough defense to wall and Excadrill. So that's going to be fun to see.
I'm going to just state that it's crazy.
Yes. It's just a little fun thing to do. All right.
Now, I'll get back on the picture since, FeFan, you did look at it earlier when we were waiting to start. This one thing I did forget to mention is September 2013 marks the 15th anniversary of the U.S. debut of Pokemon anime.
Wow.
So, 15 years anime has been going on.
Hey. Okay, I ain't sure. Actually, give me a sec. I'm not leaving the call, but I gotta actually go to my internet page real fast.
Okay. It so far from the beginning, it's on I think the 771st episode of Pokemon, and that's as of when this picture was made, which I got it earlier this week from Kotaku. Welcome back.
Okay.
I want to ask, how old were you guys when you first started playing Pokemon? We kind of covered this in other podcasts, but...
I'll let Steelzy go.
I can't remember my exact age, but I started playing Pokemon Blue as my first ever game, and I got it on the original like big brick Game Boy with like the contrast dial on the side, and played that, and then I got a color and a Game Boy Color. That was pretty cool. It was like see-through, and I got Pokemon Silver. And then I also, what else did I get? Oh, no, then I got a Game Boy Advanced, and I got Sapphire, and then I ended up getting Ruby. Then I got Platinum. I never got Diamond or Pearl, and I still, to this day, have not finished Pokemon like Platinum or Diamond or Pearl. And then after that, I got... Heart Gold, which I played the shit out of.
Yeah, that's whenever I think that's when I first started talking to you about Pokemon, because you and me were playing that like mad.
and then I got black. No, then I got black 1, and then I got white 2.
Fan?
All right, I first started playing, I remember Pokemon so long ago, where I remember getting a VHS in the mail from Nintendo telling me about Pokemon.
That's hilarious.
Damn.
And when I first looked at it, I'm like, this looks so dumb, because I'm like they're trying to I'm saying they're trying to do too much with it. They were talking about the card game in the video, they were talking about the video game, and they're talking about the anime. And back then, I didn't even know what anime was. Like,
You didn't realize you used to watch it as a kid?
Yeah, exactly. So I remember a while back, one of my friends, he told me, he's like, hey, you should play Pokemon Red version. And I'm like, dude, I ain't gonna play that. And then he's like, do you believe every game deserves a fair chance? I'm like, well, yeah.
No,
I think I was like 13.
Street Fighter.
I was like 12 or 13, I think. I can't remember my exact age, but I was fairly young.
So,
and
I'm going to interrupt you real quick. By that time, Yellow was out, right?
No, it was coming out.
Oh, it was coming out.
It was announced. But he's like, here, play Red version. I'm like, fine. I play it for like 4 hours, you know. And I'm like, all right. And then I asked my dad, I'm like, Dad, I want Pokemon Red.
So I want to interrupt you again. That's when your OCD kicked in, right?
Not really.
Not really?
I don't know, I don't really have OCD.
You don't really?
What?
I want to say, really? You know, your endless hours training on fighting games?
Oh, no. That's not OCD. That's just wanting to be good. That's just winning.
Uh-huh.
So
I'm still calling that OCD.
What were you going to say, Steelzy?
Oh, I was going to say, I have to say that, like, a Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, I can still chuck one of those games on and play it and actually be entertained.
Oh, same here.
It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know, it's one of those games, like, I normally am actually I say that I'm not a fan, like, I don't really care much about the graphics, but most of the time I am quite graphically orientated, but with that game, like, it doesn't really matter, even though it's crappy. It's there's just the nostalgia is overwhelming.
Just from turning that game on.
I will
that can't be replaced.
I can state when my nephew gave me his Game Boy Color with Gold and Silver like a couple months ago, I was ecstatic because I never played the original versions of those.
Oh, wow.
What do you think?
I like them. I actually like Gold and Silver.
Yeah.
But the problem is his cartridges are messed up and they don't save the files. So, anyway, I'll let FeFan continue.
Basically, this is like my life story that I'm telling. So I got Red version, and I kept playing it. And also my mom she was like a really hardcore Christian, so she was, thinking that Pokemon was of the devil. So I basically had to like hide it, and then play it, and then hide it and play it and stuff like that. And even got a little bit into the card game. And then after that, when a lot of things I guess were kind of settled, they were coming out with, Gold and Silver version. I'm like, new Pokemon and a new Pokemon movie? So I was like super hyped. And so I got my Silver version. And then later in the future, I really got Crystal version. I think I've put like 400 or 500 hours in that game. I could not stop playing it. And then I got a Game Boy Advance. And I had a Game Boy Advance for a while before Pokemon Ruby version came out. And though I put 800 hours on a Ruby version, I don't think I think I'm free to say that I don't really care much for that game. Like, it's really hard to say something about something you did 800 hours in. It's kind of like a World of Warcraft player saying, I hate WoW, and he still plays it, which actually that's a lot of people.
Yeah, that was me a while ago.
But I still played it, and then Emerald version came out, and my brother, he bought that, but he didn't play it much, so I just played his Emerald version. Or no, he beat his Emerald version, and then he just didn't play it. So I transferred my overpowered Pokemon to his Emerald version, and did the whole Battle Frontier, and I did that for hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I never got to do is the Battle Frontier.
Oh my god. There's battle styles that they're never going to redo, and I'm really sad that, they're not going to redo them. And then the one I did play the most, I put 999 hours, probably 1,500 hours, because the game can't count past 999.59, was Pokemon Diamond. That's when I actually got, I knew about EV training and Ruby and Sapphire and stuff, but that's when, Diamond version was when I really, really, really got into, the move sets, the IVs, the Everbellies, and everything. And that's where a lot of my overpowered Pokemon came from. My Infernape and myself to be two of them that have been with me for like freaking 3 or 4 years. So, and then, it was Wi-Fi compatible, so I played a lot of Wi-Fi battles on Maryland.com. And then I also bought Platinum, which was interesting. I didn't expect myself to buy it, but I just bought it anyway.
I want to ask you, did you beat that one?
Yes, I've beaten every Pokemon game I owned.
Okay.
And so I beat that one, and then I also got Soul Silver, which I beat like a month ago.
Wow.
Even though I got Soul Silver when it came out, I beat it like a month ago. Because
I got that game late.
Yeah, I stopped
beat
playing
it really
the game
quickly.
Yeah, it's really great how the Pokemon follows you. It's a feature that should be implemented in all Pokemon games.
Yeah, I like that about Yellow, and I wish they would have kept it in the new, all the newer versions.
Oh yeah, they definitely need it, and especially with the technology they have now. I mean, come on, Game Freak.
You're just using sprites on the freaking game world anyway.
Yeah, but one thing cool about the following is if the Pokemon was shiny, it'd show their shiny sprite as well.
Oh wow.
So I had a red Gyarados follow me for a while, and I thought it was cool,
Like I'm a boss.
Because it is cool. Not it was, it still is. And then I got, after playing them, I got Black version. I put quite a bit of hours on Black, but the game kind of, I guess, lost its luster a little bit to me, where I played a bunch of other games, And then now that I have White 2, I've been playing it quite a bit. Even though I'm calming down from it now, I still, still stays in. Yes, I still play the crap load. I have 300 hours logged in on it, which is
crazy,
pretty good, crazy good, and there's a lot more to do. So
now, one thing I want to state before I start is, as you look at this picture, I just noticed it. The orange acapellos or whatever it is, they state that no game focuses on that. Fire Red and Leaf Green, if I remember right, had that area in there, didn't they?
It's called the Orange Islands. And the Orange Islands the Orange Islands were actually exclusive to the anime. The Fire Red and Leaf Green had what was called the Sevi Islands.
Okay. So I always thought that was the Orange Islands.
I wish they were to actually go to the Orange Islands, because the Orange Islands happened, as Silver and Gold were coming out. So I thought, you're going to the Johto region, and I'm thinking, and we'll be able to go to the Orange Islands, and then it's like, no.
And that's the time that Charizard left, too.
Yeah, I think.
Because he left before he went to Gold and Silver.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, do you have any other things to add before I start, sir? Because I keep cutting you off.
Oh, no. I think that's about it. That's about all I got. For now.
I will state that originally I had Red for myself with a brick Game Boy, but my mom bought my two brothers a Game Boy as well, and one of them got Blue and the other one got Legend of Zelda. All three Game Boys and all three games ended up being mine, so I played the living hell out of Red and Blue. She even bought the link cable with the two systems thinking we would play together.
Oh, God. I remember using that link cable. Dude, using the link cable for Red and Blue, it was freaking epic.
I know, and literally, I still have my Game Boy carrying case for the brick Game Boys that I carry my DSs in. Because the XL 3DS fits in the brick Game Boy slot, where the mini ones fits in where the games used to fit in. And that's how I carry my DSs around, or my 3DSs around. But then I got Yellow when I bought myself a Game Boy Color for the DX version of the Legend of Zelda game. Then I realized they had a Pokemon game for it, so I got it. Then I kind of only played those three games until I realized that I missed three other Pokemon games. But those were like junior high. All three junior high in the first year of high school, that's what I played. And then by the second year of high school, my friend told me about the GBA and the other two Pokemon games for it. And with him letting me only play like one gym, I instantly went out and bought out a GBA and Ruby. And after I found out Emerald was out, I bought Emerald and played that to hell. So I think out of the newer games, I think Emerald's Legendary is one of my favorites that they have on the case.
Rayquaza?
Yeah, I just like dragons, so that's enough said.
Yeah, he was one of the best ones.
Then I got my DS, and I got Pearl. Then I got my cough cough thing to emulate something cough something, and I got Diamond as well. So I had both games on one DS, or I had both games pretty much. I bought Pearl, and then I finally bought Platinum. Platinum is the only Pokemon game I have not ever beat. Because I got stuck in Giratina's world, and my Pokemon weren't trained enough. And I couldn't figure out how to get the hell out of there. So I kind of just stopped playing it and went back to Pearl. Also on Pearl, that's when I got my Surfing Pikachu for Battle Revolution. And I kind of transferred that through to my Soul Silver, to my Soul Silver. Then I forgot to keep Soul Silver to transfer everything up to Black 1, which I hate myself for. And then I got Black 2. So that's, literally what I've been playing. And I can tell you, Pearl and Platinum is before I went to school. Soul Silver and Black 1 is when I was in college with FeFan.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, Pearl is pretty much right after high school when I first started working my current job. And Ruby and Emerald were in high school.
I played, I was the same thing. I played Ruby, Emerald, and Fire Red, and Leaf. I also played Leaf Green in high school.
I was going to say, that was the other GBA game that I got is Fire Red.
And it's really crazy. I don't know if Steelzy dealt with this. He probably has, but, when Pokemon came out, everybody was like, oh my god, play Pokemon, you know what I'm saying?
And then everybody just stopped.
And then, second gen, people started playing it. And then third gen, when you're in high school, everybody's like, why are you playing Pokemon? Yeah, you're not going to get laid playing Pokemon, you know what I'm saying? Everybody made fun of me for it for a while, And then, fourth gen came
for a while.
For a while, believe me. It was like, no, but I mean, I was just like, then I realized, man, these people are high school. Why should I care,
Yeah.
But I mean, I still have my fair share of friends, but whatever, F everybody else. And then when I got to college playing, Soul Silver, I remember a first time I forget who someone talked to me, but I pulled out my DS and I put Pokemon on, and I was kind of hiding it. You know what I'm saying?
I think I know who it was.
I think it was probably Ed. Ed.
I was gonna say other Quentin.
Oh yeah, no, I think it was Ed. And Ed's like, "What you playing?" And I'm just like, "Pokemon." He's like, "Dude, Pokemon's awesome." I'm like, "What?" And then everybody's like, "Yeah, Pokemon." And then everyone in college is like, "Dude, Pokemon's a shit."
I would say we had one class that everybody had a DS on playing Pokemon.
Well, that class was Pokemon class. You didn't learn about college stuff. You learned about Pokemon.
We had Kenny that class. Come on.
Yeah, that was.
He
really
starts
funny.
talking, and we all start ignoring him, and everybody's DS is out, and he just turns around and throws chalk at somebody. What that class was.
And then now it's and then right now it's Pokemon is here's what I don't get. Pokemon is the third top selling series of all time, but it's so hard to find a random person in the real world that plays it.
Because you live in the wrong area.
That's ridiculous.
Isn't it? But you want to know what's really messed up? Mike Hicks texted me the other day. He's saying that, and he's like, "How many people you know play COD?" I'm like, "Everybody." And my neighbor across the street is playing Call of Duty. I saw his TV on, and it had said Call of Duty, and I'm like, and then I told him that he's like, "My neighbors under me are drunk playing Call of Duty." Why can't we find people like that playing Pokemon?
I think
a little gripe of the day.
Isn't that drunk playing Pokemon?
I'm gonna argue this: the fact that, like you said earlier with the high school thing, adults thinking you're playing Pokemon when you're an adult is not supposedly good because it's a kid's game.
Dude, it's far from a kid's game.
This game is so damn complex. Back before I met Steelzy.
Have an R-rated version where there's blood and gore and you kill each other's Pokemon.
Yeah.
Back before I met Steelzy, I knew nothing about EV training. I met him, and that's when I found out about it.
Yeah,
After 3 months of playing Alods. Steelzy, we're never doing that again. I think he just cut out.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. No, he's
sorry, I was just cleaning my yeah. That was.
I just said we're never playing Alods again.
Oh, okay.
I can't take it. But yeah, I think it goes back to that whole mindset. It's Like, if you go to the store to buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon cards, and you're an adult, people look at you funny.
Yeah, that is weird, but...
You know what? On the topic of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I just found my old Yu-Gi-Oh cards today. Mint condition. I mean, I say old, but they were only from, like, a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's another conversation for another day, even though that is awesome.
Yeah, we're not going to get sidetracked from Yu-Gi-Oh! Because you have no idea.
You don't want me getting talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! But we're talking about Pokemon now. At the end of the show, when we're done with this, I'll talk a little about Yu-Gi-Oh!
You're not going to bed on time?
No, it's a little bit because I will actually get off the call. Okay. But let's see. Yeah, I guess it is weird how it's hard to even explain to people that this game, I'm a firm believer, it's infinitely expansive.
Yeah, Another thing I told somebody today, they're adopting a kid. The kid's 11. They got her a 3DS. Mm-hmm. I tried to explain to them. They go, what game should I get for the 3DS? I go, Pokemon and Pokemon. The one person's like, okay. The other parent's like, no, why? I go, you have no idea how long your kid will sit there playing the game until the 3DS dies. Because they have to get the right Pokemon to beat the next area. Then they have to level it up. Then they have to make sure they have enough money to get potions, revives, all this crap. And the one person's like, yeah, no, we're not going to get Pokemon. We're going to get a pets game.
Oh.
And I go, I'm sorry for that kid. Pokemon's the best handheld game to get anybody.
It is. It's the best handheld game ever. And, reason why I think it's infinitely expansive is because, you can look on Smogon and Maryland and Cerebi and all the analysis websites, but there's still things that haven't been, brought to surface.
And, you have to make it for your own playstyle.
Exactly. And that's people say, other options are this, but they don't recommend it. And then
you do it, and it's amazing.
And every time something, Smogon says it's the best, whatever wins the VGC, something completely different.
Yeah.
That totally rocks the game. It's
and
it's just the meta's going to change, that's it.
Like when Steelzy helps me out and getting my move set up right, he'll trade it back to me. I'll try it out in a multi-subway or, one of the subways. And I don't like it, I trade it back. He puts the right move on it with his TMs and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Maybe just find your own TMs.
I'm broke in the game. I've been spending all my money on that EV training.
Yeah, that's going to kill your cash.
Tell me about it. I had to run through the Pokemon League a couple times to get money again.
Yeah, ooh.
But, we build it off the website first, then I go off to seeing what I want to do with it,
Mm-hmm.
After I use it once, I find out if I like that style of play.
Mm-hmm. Well, whenever I make a moveset or EV train a Pokemon, most of the time, the Pokemon turns out to be bad. I'm just throwing that out there right now. I talk about how I EV train this, but a lot of the times, the Pokemon if I can EV train, it's not going to be that great. The ones that have turned out great was Scolipede. He turned out wonderful. But, not a lot of Pokemon I make turn out. That's why, I have 40 sitting in a box.
Yeah. And I still need to find a good partner for Arcanine when I do my multi-train battles.
He has a lot. I mean, just about anything that can feed him, or even not. It doesn't even matter. It just can help him out, covers weaknesses. Perfect.
I'm going to ask this just because I'm staring at it and I love the move rollout. Manphy's evolved form. Is it good in doubles?
Donphan is just good. Period.
Okay. I want to go back to using him again because I used to use him in Ruby.
He can learn Ice Shard. He's strong. He's got high defense.
You can learn Ice Shard. That's crazy.
Yeah. But he want to know how scumbag Game Freak is?
Huh?
Donphan can get Ice Shard. Beartic cannot.
The heck? Sorry, I gotta laugh.
Yeah, these are the people we support.
So stupid.
I just gotta laugh at that now.
All right, so what are we gonna cover today?
Well, besides this picture, I got a couple more questions to ask.
Okay.
Then we're gonna cover the Rental Masters tournament.
Woo!
which FeFan is super excited about. And after I get
I'm
done,
actually very hyped about this.
I am hyped about it after looking at it because I have to go beat the regular rental tournament first. Then I'm going to go to that one.
Well,
But
the rental masters is fun, but it's very tough.
I like the rental, like the Pokemon rental,
Has to be the best
battles that you do. In I think it's the Battle Frontier or whatever.
Mm-hmm. That, or you can take one. Remember, you beat that trainer and you can take one of their Pokemon.
oh, I've done that before. I did play that in Emerald.
Battle Frontier. The cool thing is, once you get to the higher, more wins you get, it gets harder. I remember taking a Salamence and getting like a 50-something win streak. I was so happy.
Wow.
Like, they gave me a Glalie with, like, Ice Beam, and that's how I got this OP Salamence with Intimidate. I'm like, yeah. And this was, like, 3rd gen. I was so happy. But, I mean, there's stuff like that in this game.
That's crazy.
The Pokemon people should look out for whenever they're, trying to get a good rental team to go through the game.
Now, out of this picture, I'm going to ask, what is your favorite Pokemon that Ash caught?
Oh, yeah, we're looking at a picture of what, I guess Ash, 15 years of anniversary.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say 42 Pokemon my butt. He has 30 freaking Tauroses.
But it's 42 different ones. Like,
yeah.
But I would say my favorite one that he's caught.
Given, whatever. On the picture.
My favorite one he's caught. It's going to be really... There's a reason why. Is the Butterfree. And here's the reason why. There's a picture on the internet I've seen, okay? And it shows, how Ash, he sent Butterfree off because Butterfree's on a mate. And he's like, Butterfree, I'll miss you. And there's a picture that shows Ash crying, and it says, Butterfree, I'll miss you. And it shows Butterfree with a smirk on his face, and it says, doesn't matter, had sex.
Oh my god.
It's pretty epic.
That is too damn funny.
Yeah, when I saw that picture, I was rolling. I'm like, man, that made my whole day. But all right. But for serious, my favorite Pokemon he caught had to be. I had Infernape. Wow, I didn't see the show that much. Had to be Totodile.
I want to ask this: is it because of his stupid dancing?
That and his voice.
I was thinking about Totodile, but I got a hard choice. I want to let Steelzy go while I'm thinking.
Mine'll probably be Kibble. Just because it was sort of on the same level as Psyduck, right? It just always kind of pop out and try to get the attention.
Now, I will say I have 3 choices I'm going between. One of them is, I will say, Glasgow. I loved his Glasgow. Oh my god, did I love that. But at the same time, he caught 30 Tauroses. Just hands down. That's all I'm going to say, because you remember how hard it was catching crap in the Safari Zone in the games. And he walks out with 30 Tauroses.
Yeah, that's kind of boss back in the day.
But at the same time, I lost his Muck. He just
had a Muck.
Yeah, he just loves giving Oak a hug. That, those are my 3 of his that I like evenly. Because back in the day, Tauruses were boss to me. I can't tell you how much I tried catching a Tauros and a Kangaskhan in the Safari Zone, and I made sure I caught them so I can use them on my team. I didn't know what the hell I was doing with them, but, again, I love those Pokemon.
All right.
Next question for you guys is, who is his favorite partner that he had that you liked?
Oh, character-wise? I'll let Steelzy go.
I would probably say either Misty or I think his name's Tracy.
Oh, the fuck.
Yeah, Tracy was actually a pretty cool character for his short stay.
That's because Brock couldn't get none. They had to bring Brock back.
Yep.
I'll say you gotta give Tracy props, though. He got his own game, unlike everybody else.
Tracy got his own game?
Pokemon Snap.
Actually, it was not him.
That wasn't him?
No. It was a guy who looked close to Gary Oak. He didn't get his own game.
Oh my god, that makes me sad.
He did take pictures, though. which
Yeah.
reminded me of Pokemon Snap. I forgot that quality of him.
So I always thought that was Tracy. I always thought that.
No, sir.
What about you, FeFan?
It's definitely Brock. Dude, Brock is so classic. And it's still a mystery how he sees perfectly fine without ever showing his pupils. It's amazing talent, I think.
I'm going to have to say Brock as well, but I want to ask this other question. What do you think Brock is doing now that he's not in the Unova region? He went from Sinnoh to not being there again.
Dude, he's there. He's there and he's gone.
He's with his hoochie mamas.
Dude, I doubt he could.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. The Unova region has a female professor again.
Yeah, beautiful.
So he's with her.
Maybe. Maybe not.
That's what I'm going to state. Now, the last question is, since the 15th anniversary is coming up next year in September, that's usually around that time, I think, is when they start the new seasons of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're going to bring back Misty and Brock together for the 15th? I don't know what's going on in Japan with the current...
I don't think so. I mean, I would like it to, but I just don't think so. It doesn't seem like it will happen, that's all.
See, I would like it just because, they should make the World Tournament happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 meet up again. And then
that would be kind of cool, but I doubt they'll
freaking
do that.
Charizard comes back. That's all I'm going to state. That needs to happen at the 15th season finally. After the second season, him running away to train.
That Charizard has to be like level 150.
That Charizard has to be boss. He was the weakest one entering that place, and it's still not dead. So he has to be boss.
All right.
So, yeah, that's pretty much the picture. There was one thing he didn't catch, but I don't remember what it was because I don't have the article up.
I actually have it.
I think it's a dragon type, ain't it?
I don't think he's ever caught a dragon. No, he has Gibble. Gibble, he's caught a dragon. Ash has never caught a steel or psychic type Pokemon in the anime. That's it. Which is actually very surprising of how popular both types are.
Yeah. Now, Brock has a Steelix now, right?
I'm pretty sure.
And
Misty has a Starmie who's had a psychic Pokemon the whole time.
And Psyduck. And Togepi.
Psyduck is not psychic.
It knew psychic, right?
It's not psychic type.
It knew psychic, though.
Starmie actually is water psychic.
Is Togepi a normal type?
Normal, and then it goes to normal flying.
Okay. And then they had the Jigglypuff following them around constantly too.
That was really funny, I thought. I really like Jigglypuff. I know why he never caught that Jigglypuff. That'd be really easy.
The Jigglypuff probably wouldn't mind being caught by them either.
No.
Because it followed them around for 3 seasons?
I think so. It was there forever. I think in 3rd or 4th season it had like one random cameo episode. Like, the Jigglypuff appears out of nowhere and then just, like, never to be seen.
Yeah. Now, the last question on this. What was the saddest moment in the anime that you remember?
I'm going to have to think about that one, so I'll let Steelzy go.
Probably when Ash had to give away his Charizard.
I'm right there with you. That
was, yeah.
I'll say one other moment that was just about as sad as when Team Rocket gave away their first 2 Pokemon to protect the wild Ekans and Coughings.
Well,
wait, when they had to what?
They released their what is it? Not Ekans, but Arbok and Weezing to protect wild Coughings and Ekans from poachers.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of touching to me for a little, in my personal opinion, because I actually like those 2 Pokemon, because that's who I grew up with Team Rocket's Pokemon. But I think Charizard's still the saddest moment.
I think my saddest moment is when, I said, well, I guess not really. I'm thinking of a sad moment. I'll say a moment I remember is when Team Rocket always kept losing. And then they start crying. Both Jesse and James start crying because they're Coughing and Ekans couldn't win. and then as they start crying, both coughing and Ekans evolve.
Yeah, I remember it now.
And then they stood their own.
They actually became a little bit more bosses. Bosches.
But it was sad how they kept losing. They finally do that. But I guess either A, when he lost his Charizard, or there was one other thing. I don't think I can remember another moment that was really sad.
I'd say that's the only moment that they made it really, really, really sad in the show.
I think if you want to count the movies, a sad part when Ash gets hit by both beams from Mew and Mewtwo.
Yes.
And
or Pikachu's getting his butt kicked and refusing to fight back.
Yeah. That movie's so sad, but so epic.
Oh my god. I didn't even think about the movies.
Yeah, I input the movies all the time because I like the first three a lot.
I will state, I remember at the theaters when the first one was out, I got the promo card.
Oh, dude.
And all the kids in the theater, including me, were bawling whenever Pikachu was getting his butt kicked.
I was like, what? I remember when Ash was like, stop! Then he gets hit, I'm just like, oh! Like I lost a few heartbeats there. I was like, no!
There was kids in tears, bawling their eyes out in that movie because Pikachu
Dude, it was so sad. Dude, the movie was so sad. It's so amazing.
I still think it's one of the better anime movies.
You've seen that movie, right, Steelzy?
Yep. It's pretty awesome.
I will say that movie's up with any of the Dragon Ball Z movies, if not higher. That's how much I like that movie. And I lied, there's one last question.
Oh. What
is your favorite Pokemon from Team Rocket's Jesse and James?
Oh, that one's easy for me. It's Cacnea.
Dang, I hate it. Because I will say after Ekans Arbok and Weezing left, Cacnea, or maybe even Wobbuffet, because Wobbuffet was still kind of...
Oh, yeah, Wobbuffet was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, Steelzy disconnected.
Darn it.
But, yeah, he'll come back. I would say it's those two, and screw it, we'll move along to the tournament now. I was going to ask one other question while we wait for him, but I won't.
I guess we can just... Yeah, I guess you can ask something while we wait for him to wait for me.
Okay. What was your favorite moment of Brock getting shut down?
Oh, okay. Favorite moment was when... It was actually both Ash and Brock getting shut down. It was the episode where they go to some Pokemon school.
Was that in the show?
It was in the first season. First season. And there was a girl there that was like, she was so beautiful. Both Brock and Ash were blushing over her. And like, it was really funny. And then he got turned down. They both got turned down pretty hardcore, and it was really funny.
I will admit, I think one general time season when Brock gets turned down is with his poison jab constantly. He gets poison jabbed every single time he gets turned down. And it's by, is it Carnivore? Or not Carnivore?
Trogon. It's Trogon.
Trogon, yeah. He just pops out, poison jab, and drags Brock away. I think that is one of the funniest moments, in that entire season. Because that was the first season Misty wasn't there, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're right. So Trogon's had to take over.
And then, I don't know, I think he did it all the way through Sinnoh.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's that. And until I think internet cut out completely. Oh. So he's offline. So we will just continue to the tournament now.
Oh, this is halfway not as exciting without him here. But
I know. I want to let you explain this tournament because I have not been here, so I don't know exactly how this works.
We're going to talk about the Rental Masters tournament, and what you do is you use...
you want to tell them how to unlock first?
Oh, yeah. All right. How you unlock the Rental Masters, you got to be all the tournaments. There's like a woman in green to the left of the World Tournament. You have to beat all her tournaments, and then you have to beat the Unova Leaders Tournament, I think, to unlock it. Or you got to beat all the first four, something similar to that.
What is it? That lady that you have to talk to beat the first tournament she has is the one you get taken to within the story.
You go to a rental tournament and then you go to a rental masters.
Yeah, but trying to explain this a little bit. The lady you have to talk to is the one that you get drugged to in the story, right?
Yes. And then to get the rental masters, you have to beat all of her tournaments to the left. I mean, it's a rental tournament and the mixed tournament. And then you have to go to the right and beat all the 5 regions. And then when you unlock world leaders, you get all the others.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
I will check it out after this podcast.
Okay. And so the rental masters it's kind of difficult, and it's also very luck based. But Cerebi has a list of what Pokemon you can obtain, and there's some Pokemon that are, overpowered.
I want to say I saw a Dragonite with Outrage.
Yes, there is. Dragonite is actually one of the best ones. But all right, I'm gonna start with Pokemon that I would get. I guess I would go. Let's start with the Dragonite.
I was gonna say, do you want to just name off the Pokemon that they have in here first?
No, not. Well, there's quite a bit. That's why I don't want to name them all.
Well, just like I know there's 4 different types of each one, so you would just name the one.
No, there's quite a bit of Pokemon. Okay. There's a lot of Pokemon. There's 4s of each, but I mean you can keep scrolling down and down and down, and there's a ton. It's like I think it's.
God.
It seems like every fully evolved Pokemon. So I'm just going to name the notable good ones.
Okay.
And also, each Pokemon that they have has, 4 different sets. So some are good, some are bad. Just throwing that out there.
I'm going to state real quick, they have the Body is Reggie Pokemon.
Yeah, they have the Body is Reggie. Okay, I guess for the first one, let's go with Arcanine. And Arcanine you're going to want to get, I would get the one that has a Fire Gem. And he has Extreme Speed, Crunch, Overheat, and Roar. It's just a very solid... What?
How far down is he?
He's like somewhere in the middle. He's in the first gen. It does it by generation.
Oh, it does? Okay.
So he's a second Arcanine. He's really good. And then there's another one you can get that holds a Citrus Berry that knows Close Combat, Flare Blitz, Crunch, and Extreme Speed. But Roar is good if you can get a Pokemon that has Stealth Rock.
Well, so they let you look at his stuff, or their moves and everything before you pick them?
Okay. Yes. You can look at all their moves and stuff like that. Another one I would go for is definitely this Alakazam, the one with the Wise Glasses, which increases special attack moves by like 10%, and it's Psychic, Focus Blast, Signal Beam, and Grass Knot.
I want to say I saw him with Grass Knot right there. I'm like, I want him.
Very very solid, very good moveset, good special sweeper. Let's see for another one. Let's go down. I'll go second generation right now. I'll pick a couple from each generation, and I'll.
Can I ask you something real quick? Is any of the Machamps pretty good?
Yes. I'll go to those here in a sec, but I want to go from generation to generation and then go to the really notable ones. I don't want to talk too fast, so... Okay. So, I guess another one I would use from the second generation... Yes, a Scissor. You can never go wrong with a Scissor. And you should try as hard as you can to get the Life Orb one, because it knows Swords Dance, Bullet Punch, Reversal, and U-Turn. Very just, solid top tier like moveset. So, I mean, you can deal so much after that Swords Dance. It wouldn't even be fair. Just, not fair. And...
Oh my god.
Another one I would go for is ooh, they do not have them with Stealth Rock. That's interesting.
I just saw a Heracross, and I was like...
Yeah, Heracross is actually, he's really solid. But if you think you can handle him, you should try and go for a Suicune.
Oh.
There's a Suicune with Surf, Blizzard, Calm Mind, and Protect that holds Leftovers. Also very good defensively and kind of has all its bases covered. So, and recovers health a lot with the Leftovers and all that crap. So that one's nice. And there's also one with Mirror Coat, which is, it's a more fun one, but if you're lucky enough to even get a Suicune there, definitely pick it. Down to the third gen, I would actually use a Breloom. And I would use the Breloom that knows Spore, Focus Punch, Rock Slide, and Seed Bomb. And it holds a Focus Sash. This one is also, it's top tier moveset, the moveset he used a lot. So it's something familiar. And, 100% sleep, you can't.
And I think he might have got interrupted yet once again. So,
Me?
yep, there you are. It sounded like you got cut out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. As I said, I talked about the Breloom with Spore. Any Pokemon with Spore that appears here is a no-brainer. So just try and put him to sleep. It's going to make it a lot easier. Okay, down to the third gen. Oh, no, we're still in third gen. Dang it. As I said before, I really hate this certain Pokemon. I do not like it. But if you want to win, you're going to use it, and it's Salamence.
I was just looking at him.
Salamence is the entity of winning.
Would you say the one with Outrage or the one with Draco Meteor?
If you get... Salamence is just so overpowered that I'm going to say any Salamence is good. But, the one I would pick is the one that holds the Yachi Berry and knows Draco, Meteor, Dragon Rush, Earthquake, and Brick Break.
Okay, so the second one with Yachi Berry.
Yeah, the second one with the Yachi Berry here is really good. Reason why it's good because he knows Draco Meteor, so it's a special attack. So you can hit Pokemon with low special defense, and then you have your physical attack to run to. So he can, do both. And he covers his ice weakness.
Okay.
So he's very solid. And I'm going to do another notable thing, Metagross. You cannot forget about Metagross.
I was wondering if you were going to mention him in here.
Yeah. I can't go a show without having to throw him in there.
Which one would you use, though?
There's a few fun ones. The one I would use is the Oka Berry, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Meteor Mash, Magnet Rise.
And that is the second one on the in the list of them.
It's the second one because if you can get one Magnet Rise off for about 5 turns, well, for 1 turn he'll have no weakness, and if you get hit with a fire attack, and if you don't get hit with a fire attack for 5 turns, you can have no weakness.
Oh my god!
So and you can get Psychic, Shadow Ball, Meteor Mash, which are decent special attacks. But another good one is the other one over, which is Earthquake, Meteor Mash, Bullet Punch, and Explosion. And God knows how overpowered a Metagross Explosion is.
Wait a minute. How can Metagross be poisoned?
It's not. That's the 4th set, which I actually want to touch on that too. You see that move Trick?
Yeah.
You give the item. So you can take someone's item that's buffing them or healing them and poison them.
Oh, okay.
It's his way of poisoning, and it's 100% chance. So you're kind of getting around, how Toxic got nerfed. It's a fun set, but it's not something I would use. And also, if you can get any of the Lati Pokemon, it's also a no-brainer. But for the 4th gen, I would definitely...
Are you going to go with your Infernape?
Not really. If you can get an Infernape, that would make me happy. People use Infernape, especially... But a lot of them, the one I really like on the Infernape, since I'm an Infernape guy, is the 3rd one, the Fake Out, Close Combat, Overheat, and Stone Edge with Life Orb. So you get a pretty nice Fake Out, and since he's already pretty fast, you can hit him hard with, a Close Combat or a Stone Edge, or even an Overheat to, deal that Fire Stab and not care about your special attack. I would go with, alright, for the real Pokemon I'll pick, Roserade.
Okay.
Can never go wrong with Roserade.
So that used to be my go-to guy in that gen.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I hit something real fast. I gotta back up. So Roserade, I would get the one that holds the White Herb, then it was Leaf Storm, Sludge Bomb, Hyper Beam, and Grass Whistle. Because Grass Whistle you can put in sleep, very inaccurate. But I just like the fact of using Leaf Storm, getting my special attack back, and using another Leaf Storm.
I say, Grass Whistle, if it hits, use Hyper Beam.
Oh,
that
yeah.
way they're asleep while you recharge.
There's so much to do with that, so it's what Kenzen said. And all Roserade sets are pretty good here. So
I like the Toxic one, Protect, Leech Seed, and Giga Drain.
Oh yeah, that one's fun too. That's a staller one. I don't like stalling in these tournaments though, but it is fun.
Yeah, I would say that's what screwed me over on the damn Subway.
Oh wow.
My last Pokemon was my stalling Pokemon.
And I was going to pick a certain Pokemon, but I actually, in this 4th turn, there's one set that really caught my eye, and I'm going to tell people to use it. If you find this set, you use it, and if you lose with it, I'm going to kick you. It's this Honchkrow. He's going to have Super Luck, and he knows Night Slash, Drill Peck, Sucker Punch, and Thunder Wave.
Oh my goodness.
So you paralyze him to go first, and the high critical hit ratio, you're getting I think twice the critical hit ratio So you're getting, I think it's a 12.5 or 25% chance. It's a pretty good ratio, and it's with both of his stab moves.
Oh my god.
So, and Sucker Punch, you can go first in case you know they're going to attack and try and kill you. Boom, hit them hard. So yeah, that one is a very, very good set.
How bad will Life Orb hurt you? Anyway, it's going to be benefiting you.
It only does 1/8. I think. Yeah, it does 1/8. So it'll hurt you a little bit for dealing them quite a bit. And if you crit,
they're gone.
GG.
Doesn't even matter.
Yeah, GG don't care. Honchko doesn't even care about anybody. Okay, for the 5th gen, this is where, there's a lot of overpowered 5th gen Pokemon.
Yeah.
But not a lot. Not all of them are overpowered, but there's quite a bit. There's the common ones you can pick, like Reuniclus and Darmanitan. And
I'm gonna take a wild guess here. Zebra Striker with Flame Charge.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't think it's as effective as what I'm about to choose here.
Besides Extra Drill?
Yeah, I'm not going to choose Extra Drill. That's just, guys, people here should know their top tier Pokemon, should know who's overpowered. And if you see them, pick them. But there's one that I am going to pick, and that's Mineshaw. Actually, Mineshaw is how I beat this whole thing.
Holy crap.
I had the Mineshaw that had, I think it was, it was the third one. It was low kick, fake out, high jump kick, and U-turn. All you really care about is just high jump kick and U-turn. And you have a focus sash in case things get crazy, which I used once, and high jump kicked them in the face.
Wow.
Because he's ridiculous. And then another Pokemon I would choose from here, I can say Terrakion and all the Landorses.
What about the Gulak? Any of those?
Golurk, he's all right. He can be good.
So I know.
Don't underestimate him.
Well, I'm going to ask, do any of these have the ability that increases his punching, or is that his...
Yes, I think that's one of his stock ones. The one, like, the Dynamic Punch and, Shadow Punch. Shadow Punch is his move. All of them with Shadow Punch is going to have that ability, because it's just a very solid ability. And another one I would say to use is going to be fun is Escavalier. Ooh. Me, since I don't like luck items, I would say use the Life Orb one with the Mega Horn, Iron Defense, Poison Jab, and Iron Head. You're just going to deal a lot of damage, and his Mega Horn does so much. It's, you hit someone and get out of here, kid. You bother me.
Get out of here.
But if you really want to be a complete douchebag, get the one that has a Quick Claw, so you can just go first whenever, because the game's luck will favor a Quick Claw for some stupid reason.
Yeah, that happened to me a couple times. I'm not going to lie.
But you're not always going to get these legendaries and these overpowered Pokemon, but try and look for at least 2 of the notable mentions, because, especially the Mineshaw, I think that's the one you're going to really, really, really want. Are we going to be able to get Steelzy back on, or?
It does not look like it.
Crap, okay. So I guess, let's see, let me go back to the 1st gen of these and go over Kenzen's favorite Pokemon, or one of his favorite, because he has a billion.
I can't help
that.
that.
Dragonite.
Oh, my Dragonite?
Yeah, the one I would use if you want to just destroy everybody. Use that Choice Band one, the 3rd one.
With Outrage on it?
Earthquake, Gigapet Impact, Superpower. That thing would just tear through stuff. It just won't care. It won't even think about caring. That's how bad it's going to be.
I saw him knowing Outrage and Earthquake, and I'm just like, that's the one I would pick if I get him.
But the thing of it's Choice Band, and so if you pick a you hit him with Earthquake, and then they switch to a Flying type, you're forced to switch out. Mm-hmm. So but it's not that bad. Another one I would pick is it's just a Steelix. Steelix hasn't been. He's never hurt anybody. He's only hurt his enemies, not you. So there's one that comes with Enigma Berry that's kind of weird. But I would use the Earthquake, Rest, Curse, and Stealth Rock, just because Stealth Rock is a very solid move. And then you can switch to that Arcanine with a Roar, and then,
constantly switch them?
You can constantly switch them. You can attack them, and then when they come in, when you kill them with Arcanine, they'll get hurt a little bit, and it'll make things easier for Arcanine. So,
Okay.
I mean, just there's things like that. There's even a Skarmory that has Stealth Rock, which everyone knows how ridiculous Skarmory can be with a Stealth Rock, if you've ever played online.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's not all I want to cover, but it took me about 3 or 4 tries to beat this, because they were giving me, like, Empoleons with crap movesets, and they were giving me, Masharnas that didn't do anything, and a Gigalith that couldn't fight, so I'm just like, ugh.
Now,
but, all in all,
I'm going to ask, what trainers do you fight?
you just fight, I think you fight, I'm pretty sure, let me go check this real fast, you fight your fair share of leaders and, yeah, you fight, I think you just fight anybody. If it's a leader or a trainer, they all have random Pokemon. Everyone has random Pokemon. Okay. So, you'll fight Roxy and she'll be using, a Magnemite. Or she's a Magnezone, and you're just like, the heck. Just stuff like that. So,
right.
it's all randomized. It's pretty fun, though.
Sounds pretty cool. Now, do you have a chance to fight any red in there?
No. No champions are fightable. Champions are only fightable in Champions Tournament.
That makes me sad.
No, should make you glad, though.
I actually,
tournament.
If they were in the rental tournament, I wouldn't mind. Really.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
true, but
more variety of people, but again.
But there's also random trainers and stuff. It's just anybody and anybody and anybody. So, there's a billion people you can fight.
Yeah.
So,
besides that, do you have anything else you would like to cover?
Not really. I guess this week hasn't really been a Pokemon week for me. I did do something related to it, because I try to keep playing it. It's just, as I told you, some IRL problems.
Yeah, and I did mention for you, in case you get dropped out and everything, you have some real life problems that are coming
I'm actually glad I didn't get cut out a lot during this call. But yeah, there's just real life problems that happened to me this week and weekend. So, but at least I'm,
able to do your thing
and stuff. So I'm really glad to be here and talk about what I really like to do.
Now, don't forget, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you can watch us live on my Twitch page, which is Kenzen. Then it's Crese without the last E. CRES. That is my Twitch page that we're live streaming.
KenzenCrese.
Yeah. For some reason, it wouldn't let me put the last E on because somebody already had the name. Come to find out it was me, and I didn't realize it. But, yeah, this is the main Twitch page I use. KenzenCrese.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at twitch.tv.
And actually, it'd be more fun if they actually do drawings. They can ask us questions, and we'd be more than happy.
Oh, yes.
To answer any questions, or you can even leave questions on the comments box or on Twitter. For me, it's at FeFan88.
And if you are watching this on YouTube, I have his Twitter name right in the picture. Just so you can see it and type it. And don't, be afraid to ask us anything in the comments or anything. It's why we started doing this, actually, is because we wanted to interact with you guys, find out what you like. If you guys want to battle one of us on Wi-Fi battle, message FeFan on Twitter. He'll set the rules up. Then we can battle, via talking on Skype while we're battling each other.
Mm-hmm. And we can even put it on, the live stream.
Yeah, we can call you during the middle of the live stream and have
you can just
somebody narrate, or not, you can't narrate because you can't see our screens.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, I mean, I can narrate what's actually going. Like if I'm battling, I'll narrate my own battle, but I won't tell them what moves I picked until right after. There'd be a way to do it to make it interesting for everybody, and we could even, if I can, record it and make some battle videos and stuff.
If I can get a holster to hold my phone or duct tape my phone to my head, I just duct tape it to my head, record the video, and start playing.
So yeah, I mean, try the rentals tournament, and it's fun, and you can make a decent amount of BP if you're lucky, if you keep getting good Pokemon. But I mean,
is that just the same 3 matches, or does that continue?
It's only 3 matches.
Okay.
But for 3 matches, you can make a decent amount of battle points and get good TMs. Or if you're new to EV training, get yourself the power items.
Yeah, that's why I had to beat the multi-train.
Mm-hmm.
Because I needed the 3, or yeah, I think it was the 3 points
Mm-hmm.
to buy the stupid thing to train Arcanine and Speed.
Yeah, you can get battle points easily from the Pokemon World Tournament.
And as soon as I get my team set, we're going back to the world leaders, and I'm gonna beat the crap out of Haxorus. Oh my god, that is the reason why I haven't done any more world tournaments.
Yeah, that thing. Hey, on the bright side, let me check the Haxorus real fast.
I say
for
you
the
didn't
Randall
even mention
Masters.
him.
I didn't mention Haxorus because he was the one that fell into, a common overpower.
Yeah.
Him and Ferrothorn and just stuff like that. I shouldn't have to tell people to use those for them to use them because they're Terrakion and all that.
Let's see.
Haxorus, there is none.
Two of
with
them,
a
no
Dragon Check.
outrage.
Yes, if you want to use a...
One of them only has 3 moves.
I think he has 4. I think they just forgot. That one has Choice Band. The one I would use is the Yachi Berry, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Dragon Tail, and Earthquake. Because Dragon Dance and Haxorus are just like a match made in heaven. It's not fair.
I was thinking about the second one with Dragon Dance, Counter, Rock Slide, and Outrage.
That one's good. And, all his sets are good. So if you see a Haxorus, it's common that he's overpowered. So you see him, they let you have Haxorus, pick him. It's like the gods just gave you a gift. Here you go, win.
Bow down to your Pokemon gods.
Win, just win. Yeah, he'll let you win. So
now, the last thing I want to ask, because I didn't get to bring this up earlier, do you remember the WiiWare game that has the Pokemon that you are I don't know how to explain this.
Wind up toys?
Yeah.
Oh, that was called Pokemon Rumble.
Was that any good?
Oh, all right. Me and Chow played so much of that. He bought it, and we played a lot. He went to work, and then I just started playing it all day. And I want to get the one on the 3DS because it has all the Pokemon now.
Oh, so they do have one on the 3DS?
Yeah, and there's now all the legendaries are like enormous wind-up toys.
Oh my god, I'm gonna go get that. You know how much it is?
It's probably like 30 or 35. It's a really fun game. It's also like, if you can have a lot of people link up, it is a really fun party game. So
I found that on the Wii shop, just looking at the different things they have on there. I'm just like,
it is pretty cool.
I want to get this, but I don't know.
And I guess next week's show, I guess I can make an attempt to cover it and what I think of some of the things in it. It's actually really fun and pretty complex too. So,
and I'll try to get one of the versions of it because I know on the WiiWare shop it's like $15.
Yeah, it was $15. That's how much I paid for it, but it was worth it. I was laughing.
Did you get any special Pokemon from it?
No. It's literally for fun.
Okay. It looks really fun.
It is. Definitely a game people should pick up.
What about the adventure games on the Wii? For those?
What do you mean?
Like the Pikachu Adventure Parks or whatever?
Oh, I haven't tried those. I'm not into the game like that. I will admit, I did like Hey You Pikachu on 64, but I'm never investing anything like that ever again, into a friend Pikachu and his friends game.
It's like Seaman on Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why people bought that game.
I don't even know.
My mind won't wrap around it. I'll state that now.
But if it's Pikachu's Friends Park or anything along the lines of Pikachu being friends with Pokemon and you playing as something, is not anything that's going to interest me. So I guess that's all I got to say.
Yeah, and if something eventually does come out for the Wii U for Pokemon, you can guarantee that somehow while we're talking, I will put it on the stream with us whenever it eventually does come out, because I'll probably be playing it while talking.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And, with that being said, if you're on YouTube, do not forget to like, favorite, share, and comment. And if you want to download this, please do it any way you can, because I ran out of space on the podcast site, so I cannot upload anything to iTunes, because I do not have the money to pay for a membership each month. Ooh. So download this any way you can from my YouTube and listen to it. I will state that now. Peace out, everybody.
See ya, and I'm half Steelzy. See ya later.